contributor. Bill was a lifelong resident of Whitefish Bay, attending Cumberland Grade School and Whitefish Bay High School. While in grade school, he was the team manager for the high school basketball team. Throughout high school, he was a member of the football, basketball, volleyball, cross-country, and track teams. Because of his love of athletics, he was also the team manager for both football and basketball. After college graduation, he taught at Henry Clay and Cumberland, where he also coached football and basketball. Because of his involvement in all sports, he developed a philosophy that all children should be given an opportunity to participate in sports, to develop the lifelong lessons that he learned, a tradition he passed on to his children and his grandchildren. During these years, he also refereed all sports at all levels and continued to help out with the Whitefish Bay Athletic Program by chaperoning buses, hiring officials, and working at athletic events. When he retired from teaching, he continued to do whatever he could for the Whitefish Bay Athletic Department. He was the game manager for football, basketball, and track. Bill also served as the commissioner of the North Shore Conference. He was so proud of his job and responsibilities because he could remain close to high school athletics in Whitefish Bay. He hired all officials for all sports and participated in conference athletic director meetings. Bill will always be remembered for his love of athletics in Whitefish Bay, specifically Whitefish Bay athletics. Bill passed away, I believe, April 1st of last year, so his son Jim Brand will speak on his behalf.
So many thanks to John and the committee for electing my dad. As John said, I'm Jim Brand. I'm Bill's youngest son. I am speaking out today for my mom, Margie, my siblings, Mike, Marianne, Susie, and Kathy. When my dad passed away, my mom and him were married for over 60 years. They raised us 5 children in Whitefish Bay and have 9 grandkids and 1 great-grandchild. If my dad were here today, he would be very humble, but also beaming with pride because he loved Whitefish Bay athletics so much. While I'm sure he is with us in spirit, this comes as a bittersweet day for my family. We are celebrating my dad, his contributions to Whitefish Bay athletics and the community, but also this is the 1-year anniversary of the day we said goodbye to him, and we miss him dearly. As you have previously heard, my dad was a lifelong resident of Whitefish Bay. His father owned Brand Meat Market on Silver Spring. He attended Cumberland Grade School and Whitefish Bay High School. He participated in cross-country and track, and interesting enough, I never heard about his 12th place finish at the state cross-country meet his senior year until he passed away. But that was my dad, never looking for the glory. In high school, he was a team member of both football and basketball, mostly to be closer to his friends. But that was a stepping stone for his many years of coaching and managing career. Post-high school, he attended Marquette, and after college graduation, he taught at Henry Clay in Cumberland, where he also coached football and basketball. During these years, he refereed football, basketball, and cross-country, and at all levels, and helped out with Whitefish Bay Athletic Program by chaperoning buses, hiring officials, and doing whatever he could for the Whitefish Bay Athletic Department. When he retired teaching, he continued to do whatever he could. He was the game manager for Whitefish Bay for football, basketball, and track. He also organized summer softball leagues and supervised summer playgrounds. It would not be unusual to see my dad in the athletic department helping with Jeff or John with anything. For over 20 years, my dad functioned as the commissioner for the North Shore Conference and the Old Braveland Conference. The best part of this job was all the people he developed relationships with, referees, coaches, to athletic directors. As directors knew that they could rely on my dad to have the right officials in the right place at the right time. Jeff Inductee has said when he was North Shore Conference Commissioner, that was a big job, but he always knew who to call. He knew how to solve problems without a hitch. When he was there, when it was bad weather in the spring and softball, soccer, and track meets were postponed, he would be Johnny on the spot and have officials ready to make updates. Those things are situations were real headaches, but he handled them easily. Speaking of athletic directors, my dad would have been very proud to be inducted with Jeff. Jeff and my dad worked together for many years, developed a friendship that extended beyond athletics. Some of his best memories were spent after games with Jeff and whoever else worked that event that evening. My dad also enjoyed traveling to the North Shore Athletic Directors Conference meetings with Jeff and then John. Wherever he went, my dad was always promoting Whitefish Bay and Whitefish Bay athletics. My dad loved to be around people, which made coaching and meet managing a perfect fit. A number of people have mentioned how he would always treat everyone with respect and class. Dan Jacobson, one of my dad's former students and current coach and teacher, said, "I still remember his talking about being respectful to other people. I can remember to this day. He would tell us to treat everyone well, if they have a lot or a little, if they're like you or not. He was just very big on respect and treating everyone well. My dad was a kind and caring person who always was there to help. His grandkids were the apple of his eye and could really do anything wrong, not like his kids. So many people knew that they could count on Bill for help. He was active in his church, St. Monica's, and for a long time he was president of the Condo Association, providing rides to those who could no longer drive themselves and meet repairmen at all hours. Several of my siblings have followed in my dad's footsteps. My brother Mike was an athletic director. My sister Sue, her husband Brian, their son Billy, and I still continue to work at Whitefish Bay athletic events. Bill will always be remembered for his love of athletics in Whitefish Bay, especially Whitefish Bay athletics. He was even buried in a Whitefish Bay athletic sweater with a season ticket to his beloved Marquette Warriors. Men's basketball. Yes, Warriors. Dan Jacobson also mentioned, as a teacher, he always demanded our best effort, but he was always there to help us correct our mistakes, and I have tried to adopt the same attitude in my own teaching. He influenced me so much in the way I look at sports. He was always concerned about fair play. I've always thought if my kids ever had a teacher or a coach like Mr. Brandt, I'd absolutely be thrilled. And I'd like to conclude with a poem my oldest son Danny wrote after my dad passed away. One person lost a husband. 5 people lost a father. 9 people lost a grandfather. 1 person lost a great-grandfather. Many lost a coach. Many more lost a teacher. Even more lost someone cared to call in time of need. But everybody lost a friend. Thank you.